Welcome, welcome to the show. Your health is all you got, and it should be your responsibility, no one else's. So we like to say there's a natural solution for every problem under the sun. Today we're talking about your lungs are not designed to filter smoke of any type. You might be one of them people who like to, you might be one of the people who like to smoke, you know, use your lungs for what you feel like you can do to yourself, you know. Or you might be one of those people who say, I gotta die from something, you know. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. But hey, it's your body. You can do what you want with it. But your lungs are not designed to filter smoke. That's the topic for today. Okay, I got waiting on my other herbalists to show up. In the meantime, in between time, I think it's going to be a good show because it's about helping you get to the next level comfortably, not in pain, not suffering. So everything we do on this show has a purpose. And if I can help you save a life, make a life better, I'm definitely down for that. So share this podcast with your friends. Share this with your enemies too, because they need help too. Okay. All right. You know, black people show up to work late, man. I don't get it. Black people show up to everything late. You know what I'm saying? Why they be late all the dang on time? Stop being late for stuff. Be early sometime. Be on time. You know what I'm saying? Be on time. Okay, let's see. Where Todd at? Your lungs are part of the respiratory system. I don't think people know that. I really don't. I don't think people give thought to their inner organs at all. Because if you did, why would you put, if you see people die in fires and things of that nature, and they die from smoke inhalation. They don't die from burning to death. They die from smoke inhalation. What do you think you're doing to your lungs when you smoke? I don't care what it is. Not designed to filter any smoke. Any smoke. Okay, you don't agree, but it's okay. But you know what? Give us a call. Chime in. 888-619-4372. www.herbsoftheforest.com. Just like it sounds. One art. Just like it sounds. And I'm going to help you get better, no matter what problem you got. If your body's producing too much mucus, that's diet. If your body is um, toxic, toxemia, that's diet. If you got skin lesions or you're breaking out with bumps of any type, pimples of any type, diet. You ate something your body doesn't agree with. So, at some point you got to say, okay, that's it. And www.herbsoftheforest.com, 888-619-4372. Give me a call, chime in anytime. It's a good thing about a show like this is, you know, you get to ask questions. And just remember, you have other options. Don't always go with the medical option. I'm not knocking medicine. I'm just saying, see if when you want to know all your options as opposed to just one option, if your lungs are failing you, wouldn't you want to know what options you have? I mean, I would. No matter how you play, if you told me I had cancer, I want to know what all my options are. If you tell me I got diabetes, what are all my options? And then if you don't tell me all my options or you can't tell me all my options, my first thought is, let me do some research. People don't do research at all. They just go with they just go with what they're told. If you got any type of lung cancer or anything, you got options. You got options. Okay, Mr. Todd finally showed up, y'all. It's a black thing. Black people show up late for everything. So, it's only 10:05. But hey, who am I to judge the next man? What's up, my brother?
How's it going?
Oh, I'm already started, man. People be late and stuff. I got to try to do this thing right because, people, when you tell somebody something, you got to do it.
Okay, so what we talking about? Asthma today?
We're talking about lungs, which include asthma, obviously. Okay, so basically, a lot of people have asthma, so a good topic of conversation. But what does asthma deal with?
Your bronchial tubes being closed up and having an inability to breathe.
Which are a part of that
Hold
that
on.
respiratory system that's called lungs. Okay.
So people need to everybody knows that breathing is essential. If you can't breathe, you can't live. So you got to be
You
able to get
dead.
lung air in your lungs.
Okay, you dead as a donut if you can't breathe. Okay, so now, well, asthma. Okay, so asthma is a bronchial deficiency, is a lung deficiency, a lung. What would you call it?
Well, mainly it's where you have constriction of your bronchial tubes and you're not able to get oxygen into your lungs effectively.
Okay, and but you got people who smoke. You got people who drink cow's milk. You got people who eat meat. It's really, really bad, especially the meat in the grocery stores today. Don't all these things affect your lung?
Yes, they certainly do. So for example, dairy, cheese, these are all mucus forming foods. So that's why everybody knows this because they know when you get sick, you get a cold, you cannot.
No,
They say
stop.
don't drink
No,
milk.
I beg to differ. Everybody don't know this. Mr. Herbalist, you keep assuming that people know what you know.
Well, okay, put it this way. When I was a kid, my parents used to tell me when you get sick, you can't have any milk. Now I didn't know why, but people tell their kids that all the time. They may not know that it's mucus form, but people do have some general knowledge. They may not know why or how to apply it, but they do have.
I totally disagree. Okay, if that's the case, why do people smoke? If they knew what you just said, why do they smoke? Okay, better question. If they knew what you knew, why do they give their children's cow's milk? Is it because they drank it? Are you muted? Hold on, you're muted for some reason. Unmute, unmute user. Okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Todd? Because I can't hear you. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so what do people take when they get a cough?
Cough formula, sir. Cough syrup.
So that's what you call a um, cough suppressant. So how much sense does it make to suppress your cough if the cough reflex is supposed to get the mucus out of your lungs?
Well, if you don't know what the cough reflex is supposed to do, then it makes all the sense in the world.
So
Aha!
you,
But
so
that
now
goes back
what
to
you're
what
doing
you
is
said.
what you're doing there is your body's trying to get the mucus out of your lungs, but you're
Hmm.
stopping them. But you say, hey, you know what? I just want to stop coughing. So you just say you take something to make you stop coughing, and the mucus stays in your lungs. You're just not coughing anymore. So
Yeah,
what
but
that what that
people don't
means
know
is
that.
that mucus is still in there and it hardens up and compromises your breathing.
I'm feedbacking off of your. I can hear myself from your end. Do you have me on speaker or something?
Yeah, let me take you off speaker.
Yeah, because I'm on speaker. Thanks for joining, Mr. Chris Wilson. How you doing today? We're talking about lungs. We're talking about, we're not so much as talking about smoking or anything of that nature. We're talking about the purpose of your lungs and how you can live a healthier and better life once you kind of learn, you know, their bodily functions and how to protect them. And there are solutions. There are better solutions for healing. There are better solutions for health. And so today you got two herbalists. My name Forrest, and then we got. Herbalist Todd on the line here today. We're just talking about your lungs. Okay, Mr. Todd, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so now we're not arguing, we're debating here. You say people know all this. I don't think they do.
They may not know all of it. They know something. They do know something. For example, they may not know that it's not the right thing to take cough suppressant, but they do know that milk may cause us mucus. They do know that. They know that when you drink milk when you're sick, you're not supposed to drink milk when you're sick. They may not know why, but almost everybody knows you're not supposed to drink milk when you're sick.
I don't think they know that. I just you can't convince me of that.
You know what?
Okay,
What do you think? I'm not gonna be
the
able to
reason
convince you.
no, the reason you can't convince me of that is because I see just the opposite.
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm getting feedback, hearing myself on your end. Anyway, I in everything, smoking, cheese, dairy, all the poisonous meats. People don't even know that the meats are GMO in all the grocery stores, with the
Yeah.
exception of the ones I tell you. So people don't. Okay, you want to believe that they do, but I just look at the facts and say they don't, and I don't think they do. But you know what? That's
So
why we're here.
let's just make the assumption that they don't know.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Now
So if
they
you don't know. So you're telling me that the person doesn't know that the person doesn't know that smoking is bad for their lungs. Are you telling me that?
no, I can't say that on that one.
Okay, so people do know some things they're not supposed to
So
be doing. So if you
yes,
so you know that you're not supposed to be smoking cigarettes if you want to have healthy lungs. People
right.
know that that's going to cause you to have lung cancer. So
But I
if
got
you're
to.
doing things like that, you're causing yourself to have health issues with your lungs.
But I'm gonna die from something.
Okay, you're gonna die from something either painfully or you're gonna die from something not painful, or you're gonna
People
die
say the
from
dark.
something, or
People
you're gonna
say the darndest things. Okay.
right. Yeah, you're gonna die from something, but do you want to die tomorrow? Or do you want to die 50, 60 years from now?
uh, uh, but that's not our position, our place, right? We can't judge. One, we don't judge. Two, we allow people to be people to do the things they want to do. However, when they come to us as a better alternative, not a second alternative, but the best alternative, uh, uh, we have things that are designed to help correct the lungs, the function of the lungs, because that's what we offer. Everything we talk about has something to do with a specific organ or a way to live a better or healthier life. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I like that you always try to provide people with solutions and not just have a conversation about what they're not doing right. So along those lines, we do have a lung and respiratory formula that's great for helping remove mucus from your lungs and helping clear your lungs and actually repair a little bit of the damage that you're dealing with from smoking and doing the wrong things.
As opposed to breathe easy, which is the mucus buster formula. Whole function is to get rid of mucus in your body. I like the lung formula better because the lung formula actually assists the body in healing the lungs. They don't just clean them; they assist the body in the cleaning and healing. They actually
Hmm.
detox the lungs. So that
Right.
that lung formula to me has been the best formula for me. It helped me get over asthma. After 40 years of asthma, it was the lung formula that helped me get over it. Now, remember, if I go back to eating the things that I ate that caused the asthma, then the body just reverts right back to where it's at. So I think people think that once you fix it, you good. You can go back and do the same bad things that caused the problem in the first place. You can't do
Right.
that. You can't do
Yeah,
that. And that
you definitely can't do that because that's what caused the problem. So it's the law of cause and effect. So you eliminate the cause, which whatever you're doing that caused you to have the problem, if that's going to give you the effect. So if you go back to doing the same things, you're going to get the same response, the same answer,
people
the
don't
same.
people don't believe that either. Oh, dude, it's not that they don't believe it; they don't know it. See, I think you give people credit for something that they're not deserving of. And this ain't to beat anyone up. This is the reality. And just if you look around, you can see it. America is the worst country for bad health. There's no other country worse than us for bad health. Hell, and the pictures they show with the malfunction kids and stuff. I think that's a misnomer, a misleader. I think that's designed to mislead people. Africa is one of the most thriving countries in the world, but they show pictures of the worst parts of something when they want to accomplish something. So they kind of manipulate and use people. And we're here to knock that.
Hmm.
There are better solutions for every ailment, physical ailment under the sun, and it starts with nature, plants.
Right. So the number one herb that I like for the lungs is mullein leaf. That's the one herb that I really like. It's really light and fluffy, but when you take that, it cleans the lungs out and it's really good.
Okay, and you know how many uh, plants we have in the lungs formula? There's over 17 plants in that lung formula designed to assist the body into cleansing,
Hmm.
giving minerals and nutrients back, repairing. So this stuff is thought out. It's not just something that's in a bottle and we want to sell. This stuff it's actually thought out. And until you experience it, you won't know that it's there.
And you know what? I always try to give people an analogy so they can kind of understand. For example, your lungs are just like your air filter in your car. It's catching all the dust and debris, and But if you don't ever change your air filter, eventually
Ooh,
your car will break down.
ooh wee! You got some dirty
Mhm.
lungs, baby.
Right. So if you ever seen me pull out an air filter, it's filthy. If you're smoking cigarettes, your lungs are filthy. They're black. They're not supposed to be black like that. Your lungs
Wow.
are supposed to be pink. So you've got to. So you got to understand that if you're doing that, eventually you're going to cause yourself to have a negative impact on your health. So
Eh,
that's why I like the lung formula because it actually can help clear these lungs of all this tar and all this nicotine that you have in there. The mucus buster formula you were talking about is really more designed to get the mucus out. So if you just really congest it, you want to that'll make you cough up mucus.
Right. That's
Um,
breathe easy. That's a breathe easy formula.
right.
But now, all that said and done, just remember you have to change some things, and people don't like change. If we're telling you that the lung formulas will do all these great things for you, and you keep doing the same things, you're gonna keep having these same results. You will not. You cannot heal if you poison yourself every day, and probably impossible.
This is okay. This is what I would impose people. People that smoke cigarettes. And first of all, we just went through COVID. I see people smoking cigarettes with a mask on. I mean, you worried about your lungs being compromised by a virus, but you're weakening your lungs by smoking cigarettes. But you know, if you're going to smoke cigarettes, wouldn't it be wise to at least know what the ingredients in the cigarettes are?
You're asking.
For
You're
other
asking. You're asking people to know too much again. You can't
I'm
do
asking.
that.
No, no. What I'm asking to do is, if you are going to smoke cigarettes, shouldn't you be knowing what's in the cigarette? See, that's the only ingredient. That's the only one of the only products in America that they don't have to put the ingredients on the box because they don't want you to know that it's got embalming fluid in there. You know, they don't want you to know that you got civet cat thing and then there's a hormone from a cat. It's like over 300 chemicals in there. So if you're gonna see you want to romanticize smoking from like back in the 1800s, the cowboys were smoking. They were rolling tobacco and putting it in the papers. They weren't dipping all this other stuff in there, ammonia and embalming fluid and all these other things that are in the cigarettes.
All the other
That's why
chemicals.
you're addicted to it because you're addicted to all the chemicals. That's why you can't stop.
Mm, oh, listen. Herbsoftheforest.com. 888-619-4372. You get to call and talk to the herbalist. You do. I don't care what the problem is. It doesn't matter. We're talking about your lungs today because of how important breathing is. You get to call and
You,
talk to the herbalist. And there's two
like
of us.
you can go. You can how many days you can go several days without food. You can go several days without water. You can't go more than that. What 5 minutes without air. So that's one of the most important things that you need to deal with your health is you got to be able to breathe.
Mm, okay.
So I think people should go. What I recommend people do is go to the website, and most of the products are in alphabetical order. look for that lung and respiratory formula and the breathe easy formula. These are the two formulas that will help you no matter what your issue with your lungs is.
Wow. Okay, so there is a physical solution to every problem under the sun,
That's
starting
correct.
with plants, starting with plants. And we represent the plant kingdom. We represent assisting healing in the plant kingdom. If your lungs, if I had a doctor call me, you know, I guess I kind of digress here, but I had a doctor call me and ask me where can she get her protein? A doctor, you know. So again, everything comes from plants. All your healing starts with plants. If you really stop and think about it, even from the medical standpoint, you know, medicine was originally made from plants. So everything we offer, you know, comes from plants. Okay,
Without any side effects.
without any side effects. Okay, let's see. Amy is a speaker now. I have a hi, Miss Amy.
Hi,
Hi, how are you, Miss
Am
Amity?
Amity. I'm
Amity, how you?
well. I'm well. How are you guys?
Awesome, awesome.
Good. So, yeah, I've never smoked like not a cigarette smoker. I've smoked weed, like who hasn't, but
Thank you.
and it's pretty much becoming legal. I think not to get religious, but God put everything that we need on this planet. Um but I'm not a smoker and I I have other vices, as you
Okay,
can probably tell, but
okay.
yeah, but no, I think our lungs are like meant to filter things. I don't know, like
That's its whole purpose.
our body wants to like be alive. So no matter what we put in it, I think it wants to be alive. I don't know my point here. I'm sorry. I just wanted to
That
call it.
that's okay. No. You make a good point, Mr. Todd. Expound upon her point about you know
Yeah.
we are
Hmm.
alive.
Yeah.
Right. When you're saying you're a living being, that means that you need to eat living things. So even things I would always recommend people have at least one third of their diet raw, at least one third. Every other animal on the planet is eating raw. Only man is eating cooked foods. Um,
Yeah.
and then as far as smoking weed, it's not as bad as smoking cigarettes because it's not all the chemicals invested in there. I always tell
Yes.
people that first, for example, I would prefer people to eat the marijuana as opposed to
Yes,
smoking it. The
yes.
reason I say that is because for example, a little, just so everybody has a little knowledge about chemistry, but whenever you light something on fire, it changes it. So, for example, if you light a piece of wood on fire, it's no longer wood once the fire hits it. So when you light that marijuana on the fire, it's no longer marijuana. It's because there's a chemical change that happens. Now, if you're
Yeah.
smoking the marijuana for pain purposes, I do understand that. If you're smoking it for recreational purpose, I understand as well. So I don't judge people for what they do. I just say that if you want to get like if you're doing it for like a for relaxation, things like that, there are other things you can do besides marijuana. And so I'm always been a proponent that marijuana. The only reason marijuana has a stigma is because it's technically not legal, but it's now it's legal in a lot of states. So now it's not a big deal as much as it was before. But it's
I
far
dis
less harmful than other things. It's far less harmful than alcohol.
I
It's far less
disagree.
harmful.
I disagree. Disagree. Disagree.
Okay.
Oh,
The first part you said was correct. Eat it, but you can make a tea out of it. You can eat it. You can bake it, and you will not have the chemical effects of change because you're not lighting a fire to it, as you stated so eloquently. Now, that's just a vice, I think. But even though it's a plant that God made, it does serve a purpose. It's good for pain and stuff and things of that nature. But I don't think it has I don't think it has the benefits that man wants to say it does because it was once legal before they made it illegal. It's a plant, absolutely, just like all the other plants that we offer. That's just one we don't offer because of the hallucinogenic effects it gives to you.
well, it shouldn't. I don't. I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to get back into like um we'd never like made a person lose everything. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to get back onto that. But
Yes, it has. There are people locked up in prison for selling marijuana. Did they lose everything?
Well, I think she's
Well,
referencing like
I know
it's
what
not
she
like
meant. I know,
alcohol,
right? I know which.
alcohol.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
Mhm.
told you mean the effects of it has
Yeah.
caused people to lose everything.
Weed,
Okay,
weed. I know some of the most beautiful people I know, they
smoke.
just smoke. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
drink, they
yeah,
smoke.
yeah. Weed isn't bad. Weed is to me. If you ask me, no, no. Do I knock weed? Absolutely not. I smoked weed. I don't do it now, but I did before. But so I would never say that it's bad. I don't think that it offers the benefits. But that's not knocking it. That's just me stating an opinion of, how I feel about it. Because I think there's something better for society when it comes to even people who want to, feel better. There are better plants
Mhm.
that don't alter your psyche while making you
Yeah.
feel better. Yeah. So
I feel like life requires a little anesthesia. Someone who can just get up, go to work, just be happy, happy as shit. Just what are
she
you
said,
gonna?
she said, I feel like
yeah.
life should
Where is
offer
she
some
calling from? What
anesthesia.
state is she calling from?
Ask her. She can hear you.
What
Emily.
state are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm in Rhode Island,
Okay,
Oh
East
okay.
wow.
Coast, East Coast.
She's funny. I like that. That's good.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
thank,
You're welcome. She said,
thank you.
I think we need a little anesthesia in our life.
I
I
can't,
think that's awesome.
I can't take that quote. It's from Freddie Mercury.
That was funny. You made the show today. Okay, I
Thank
ain't gonna.
you.
I'm not gonna keep this going. Again, we're just talking about logs, and remember, we just give our opinion based on the research of plants and things of helping people to heal. So everything we do here is designed to
I'm
help
s-
people.
I'm sorry. I just
No, that was good. That was really good.
put a little anchor in your show. I'm an
I'm
East
not.
Coast
I'm gonna
lady.
steal that. I like that. I love it. Todd, we
It's
need some
not,
anesthesia in our lives.
well, it's not
Yeah.
for me. It's from Freddie Mercury.
That's okay, Freddie Mercury. Amity shared it with us today, so it's from
Yeah,
Amity.
Amity, you can
Amity, I
tell
like
him
that name.
it's not from me again too. It's from Jaws.
Okay, 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 okay.
East
Freddie,
Coast.
East Coast
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury. I
Just remember that crazy fucking Amity. That that little that little East Coast girl.
East
I
Coast girl.
finally, yeah. I
Well,
finally, that's me in my profile picture too. The one of the last podcasts I was on, they kept calling me Jaws, and I was just like, all right, that's
thank,
literally me. That's what
thank,
I look like
uh,
right now.
thanks for calling us, Miss Amity. We
But you know
appreciate
what?
you.
Actually,
Thank
Forrest,
you.
have her see if she can put in the notes in the feed. See if she can put her email address, and we can send her a coupon for some free products or something like that. Since she called
Okay,
Oh
earlier.
no, oh no, whoop whoop, pull over. Nope, nope, no, no,
Miss
nope,
Miss Amity, we have everything, something for everything. We actually do have something for
no,
everything, and it's all plant based. So
uh, no.
she likes her privacy. She has our information so on the
Okay.
show. So,
Yeah.
but I'm going to end this right now, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Until next Saturday.
Thank you.
You're welcome for joining. Thank you, Miss Emily.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Todd. Until next time. 888-619-4372. www.herbsoftheforest.com. Okay. Until
All right.
next time, guys. All right.
Bye
Peace
bye.
out, Todd. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.
Okay. Boom.